Not releasing the name of the person officers say was killed by a drunk driver while he was jogging along Bayshore Boulevard yesterday. Under Marcy's law, police can protect the privacy rights of crime victims, and that's what they're doing in this case. The driver in the case, Benjamin Douglas E. Haas, is still in the hospital this evening. He's been charged with vehicular homicide and DUI manslaughter. Our Phil Buck has been looking into what rights the victim's family may have in court after an accident like this one. Phil, what do we need to know?
Well, I mean, Katie, we all share the road with people who are driving work vehicles, so you see them all the time. And just because they're in a car or a truck with their company name on it, that certainly doesn't mean that they're being safe drivers. I mean, heck, it doesn't even mean they're sober. Investigators in this case say the driver had a blood alcohol level of 0.234, way past the legal limit. So if you do have a loved one who has been hit and killed in a situation like this, here's what you need to know. Generally, the owner of the vehicle will be the one that's held liable. Employers, they can be held liable for an employee's negligence while on the job, especially if that employee is under the influence in a case like this, where an impaired driver is on the clock and actually kills somebody. Now you're looking at a wrongful death lawsuit against the company. The DUI in this case also opens up the victim's family to what are known as punitive damages. That means they can sue for more money on top of the expenses, like basic expenses, things like lost earnings and pain and suffering. But only the driver would be on the hook for those punitive damages. You can't go after the company for those. I talked to an attorney this afternoon about all of this. Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'm going to tell you what you need to do if you're hit by somebody in a work vehicle. There are some key things that can make a huge difference in whether or not they pay your insurance bills or you get stuck paying your insurance costs yourself. More on that coming up at the top of the next hour.